Welcome, race fans from around the globe. Here they come, out of turn 4, to the white flag, and it's 1 to go.
All right, welcome back to 1 to Go Studios as we provide coverage for the Tyler Daniel Racing's Bacc Gas and Go series here from Hotlanta tonight for 75 laps with the current Nextel or NASCAR Cup Series. Next Gen Cars. I'm Harold Darner, the executive producer of 1 to Go Studios. Working with some new stuff here, so we're running behind. I feel like I'm Fox Sports, where I say I'm coming at one time and I come later. But we're up in here, and if you guys are watching us, I'd like to hear from you. We got 6 people watching on the different streams. Got about a minute 45 left. All drivers in yellow, as indicated here on our pylon, is our playoff series drivers. All drivers in white are not playoff eligible. So we'd like to point you to Bacc Talk. That is available on all of your podcast platforms. We got about 53 seconds left in practice as we're getting ready to go to qualifying. 2 laps, single car qualification for Atlanta Motor Speedway here. Shows currently that they have 1 faster pair. Unlimited tires, no modifications on fuel cells. There is Kathy Joe. Kathy, we've had a great weekend. I don't know if you saw. I think I put it on the stepping stone, so you might not have seen it. But we were at Dorney Park yesterday. The weather held out. We had a great time. Up there in Allentown, Pennsylvania. So practice is over as we're getting ready to go to the qualifying now. Check out Qualification Weather first off. Your weather here provided by LottieTravelWorld.com. For the Hotlanta 75 qualifying, partly cloudy skies, 84 in the air, 111 degrees on that track, 54 degrees of humidity, and winds are coming out of the west at 6 miles per hour. In-sim date is today's date at 4:18. So a nice warm May afternoon for the simulator. And Hotlanta living up to its name with that track temperature, 111 degrees. All right, guys. So we'll continue to watch what's going on the racetrack. We got a couple guys out here. Let's check out Jay Dunham in that number 59 ride as he takes in his qualifying times. Watch the end of the NASCAR Cup Series race. Glad to see Kurt Busch still has it, what it takes, and he puts the 45 into victory lane. Kevin McCann putting up the fastest time so far, 31:165. And now B. McCann is the brother here, so we'll check him out. Driver info, that's Brian McCann. Thing going on with the drivers here, they told me that if anyone can, McCann can. That's kind of how they work things around here. All right, anybody watching on YouTube can let me know what the quality is. I think the other night we heard that it was having a little bit of fuzzy issue. We're trying to work that out as we've moved our streaming services off of Streamlabs, moving on to Restream. So I'm trying to make sure that we get those all dialed in. I believe everybody's reported that Facebook and Twitch are looking good. As we got Bob Burlow currently in the 6th position, rounding the corner here. And I think he'll be done with that Camry. We got Jim Downham now out on the raceway, receiving his green flag to start his first lap. 31.823 will be the conclusion of that one. Puts him in the 11th spot as he goes for number 2 here. I'm not quite sure what the issue is with YouTube and Restream, but I'll be asking them those questions here. They're showing a little bit of still fuzzy there. Jim Dunham puts himself into the 9th spot. And David Trumley up to the 5th spot in the 96. And new leader Ryan Shelton in the number 99, using that Coca-Cola Darlington throwback. All right, so Ryan Shelton continued to doing his laps. So we got Andrew Bisnett now out there putting in his times. All right, finishing up here with qualifying as Shelton's still on the racetrack. Currently, Ryan running the top there to 31.045. The two McCann brothers, second and third. Mr. Rule and David Trumley, the top five. About 2:45 left. I don't see anyone else on the track. Looks like 19 drivers have joined us tonight. So getting ready to finish the qualifying. We're going to go to 75 laps here at Atlanta in Georgia. And, this is still the last year's configuration of the track. iRacing has not updated this. I kind of like that fact. I don't know what you guys out there, you can tell me what you think in the chat here. But I really like the Atlanta as it was. Not really a fan of having another super speedway on the schedule. But I can be outvoted. It's all right. So Kathy Joe's out there, but there's 5 other people watching. So let me know that you're out there, who you're looking to cheer on tonight as these guys continue to work forward to their round of, I believe it would be the round of 8 next. So yeah, it'll be round of 8 after tonight. That's our Bacc Talk. That is our sponsor. As I said, you can check these guys out on any of the streaming platforms, the podcasts that you get. Anything that'd be the Apple, iTunes, Spotify, anywhere you get podcasts. Checked out the Bacc Talk. They're the sponsors of this TDR Gas and Go series. All right, for the grid tonight, let's get going. All right, Ryan Shelton ends up holding that inside line on the pole position. Outside him is Kevin McCann. Brian McCann on the inside of row 2. Outside of him is Thomas Rule. David Trumley inside of 3. Outside of him is Neil Quick. Andrew Bisnett and Dustin Velhusen in row 4. Row 5, Bob Burlow and Jim Downham. Andy Shaner and Greg Brazu are row 6. Row 7, Robert Trask and Tyler Bowers. Robert Cochran and Jay Downham in row number 8. Row 9, Bradley Hunt and Luke Desjardins and Les Bentz is the last car in the 19th spot in row number 10. I'm getting ready to go here. You see the guys are lined up behind the pace car on the front stretch here. Atlanta ready to do battle. 75 laps, and we're off and pacing. Super busy. Oh, no. Homemade, come on, Kathy, you're killing me here. Homemade raviolis. A pasta guy every day of the week. Not Italian, but I grew up in Chicago. I might as well be one. Maybe I'm honorary Italian, Polish kid. Polish, German, and what they told me my mom French Canadian. So nothing in me says I'm Italian, but I sure like pasta. I like the old thing. I'm a mutt, hey, a little bit of everything. As long as I don't bark at the moon, it should be okay, right? Big on Italian, big on pizza, real pizza. I know, Kathy, you're going to hate hearing me say this, but Chicago beats New York every day of the week. Here we go. Green flag up in the air. These guys get ready to do battle. Coca-Cola will be the inside line. Here we go. Green flag. '99 gets that jump early on the inside line. 33 looking high. It's Mr. Brian McCann taking that 3 Spartan up into the second spot over the Navy. Again, if you're just joining us, the chat stays alive for you, the fans, so you guys are just as much into this as I am. I know, I'm a big pizza guy. I moved out here to Maryland, and everybody kept telling me about New York pizza, and I just can't do it. Can't do it. Oh, Mr. Shelton showing the way here, but we've got some challenges. Somebody's sliding back there. That looks like might be Thomas Rule there that was sliding, and he's going back in a hurry. Yeah, and around he goes and backs that rat back to the 79. Looks like he made contact. Quite a good shot front and back there. Let's try to see if I can get a good look at him. Ooh, man, lots of damage. We're staying green. A lot of damage, though, to Mr. Rule 79. That's going to hurt his playoff points as he's going to try to get into the next round. Not like everything Italian, though. And it's funny because they tell me pizza's really not Italian. It's some Italian-American mixed match or whatever. I still like it, though. Like stuffed shells. Let's talk about pasta. Kevin McCann leading on the board, 31-105 as he's up there on that outside line. There he goes, makes that attack. The 33 goes down low, being pushed by the brother. Looks a little bit like we saw earlier today with the Bush guys. Helping each other along. We've done 4 laps of the 75 here thus far. Putting in lap times of 31.1s. Three looking to get around Mr. Shelton here. We might have some action in the back with Andy Shaner and Greg Brazo. A little bit of contact back there. Shaner down pit lane. See if we can see anything on his ride. Might let us know what have happened. Ooh, a lot of inside contact with the wall or something here. So McCann and his, we'll get a better look at that car here. We'll try to get her. There we go. His Spartan, blue Spartan, and the yellow Spartan of his brother. The McCann's Track Time Entertainment on that ride. All right, continuing to move on. Aha! I might need to go up there and find that recipe, Mrs. Kathy Joe. Big on stuffed shells. Love them, love them. Kind of let the cameraman select through the field as we're working lap number 10 of the 75. Bob Burlow right there currently on your screen. I don't know if I've actually mentioned this yet in this series, but the helmet here is the driver's actual helmet that he's wearing. So kind of an extra thing we have. Using the trading paints, so we can maybe kind of get a thing inside his cockpit here. Hold on. Not a good there. We gotta fix that one. And kind of, you see on Jen Dunham's car, you can kind of look in, peek on in here. You see that helmet? And go up a little, up. You see that side view of that helmet there? As the same as what we're seeing. Ha! Awesome. I can do that. Yeah, send Lori to go get him for me. She takes our daughter, who's special needs daughter, Angel, down to Baltimore for stuff all the time. So, but you're gonna drive right by me, Kathy Joe. You might just drop him off. We're off exit 100 as you just crossed the line into Maryland. So here we go, Jim Dunham. We're looking at him by himself here and looking through the field, letting the cameraman show us a little bit of the action as it's going through. Jumped here to the cornflakes of Tyler Bowers. About that old Terry Labonte. Or as Cam will probably correct me, but Bobby Labonte is one of the Labontes. The other one drove the interstate batteries, of course, right? Kevin McCann, Brian McCann. But Kevin McCann, who's currently leading right now, is not in the playoff picture. Brian McCann, his brother, is. And then we got Ryan Shelton and David Trumley and Nick Quick. And the 1 and 5 are not playoff contenders. The other 3 are. After tonight, they'll have an 8-car playoff as this field will get reset for the field of 8 going into the next week's race. All right, continuing to work out 17 of the 75 currently set up here. Again, it's Brian McCann in the second spot. Kevin's got about a 4/10 lead over brother Brian McCann, then Ryan Shelton, Dave Trumley, and Nick Quick. There's Dustin in the 7th spot. Man, like my wife, y'all like to cook and make me fat. Okay, so we got going else here. Oh, culinary school. I got a cousin that did that. My cousin is Musa Riem. He's the executive chef for the Empress Hotel in D.C. And we continue to work, marching on 20 laps down now. .22 of the 75 is being worked here. We see Dustin there in the 7th and 14th spot. Bradley Hunt currently. So next we go to Vegas for the round of 8 Vegas. Then we have an off week for Memorial Week and then Michigan. And we'll finish up in Indianapolis on June the 12th for the Final Four. I'm not sure what you asked there, Mr. Gambit, on YouTube. But appreciate you checking in on Bacc Talk, TDR Gas and Go. Currently, race leader Brian McCann, 31.205 was his fastest lap. Current lap 32.095. As we now see Mr. Rules, like he got his car fixed, used that fast repair, and back out on racetrack, showing 3 laps down. So 25 down, actually right here now, 26 down. Huh. Okay, look at so Gambit talking about Humphrey, which is part of our split decision racing series that we pull on Friday nights, and he's talking about Kevin McCann tonight. So over there on the YouTube. So Brian McCann continued to push here's the McCann guys and Ryan. So the top three really kind of just been cycling amongst each other, but huge break all the way back, 5.5 seconds to David Trumley in the 96, and then another 4 seconds back to Mr. Bisnet. So this is just Atlanta working its deal here. So you got the different grooves here. Tires always an issue. Fuel strategy going on as we're getting close here. Oh, so you broadcast with John Humphreys, broadcasting Kevin's radio. All right, got it. Well, Brian and Kevin are working each other here, helping each other's out. The 3 and the 33, followed by the 99 of Mr. Shelton. Kind of a quiet race. Had the guys some back markers having some issues early, as we now have, like, looks like the first scheduled pit stop. Les Bentz with a 67 on pit lane. We have Tyler Bowers sporting the cornflakes. Looks like he's running into the wall a little bit of that right side front damage by that wheel. So 99 moves around Kevin McCann for the second spot, as we now got 6 seconds back to Dave Trumley. Neil Quick, sorry, it said Nick earlier, I believe. Neil Quick come down pit lane, did his servicing. Like Les Bentz now down 3 laps. Oh, Neil Quick down 1 lap. Mr. Ryan Shelton on pit lane, first of the leaders to come on down. No, 33 of the 75, around 38 would be about halfway. Fuel would be what I would think these guys are going to need. They can work the deal with the tires, but we'll see what that does on here as they get down for green flag pit stops scheduled. All right, 34 of the 75 being worked here, so just about the halfway here. And let's pause for real quick our group here. Bacc Talk, we did a thing. Available on podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and YouTube. You follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, sorry. And check them out as they're providing the sponsorship for the league and for the broadcast tonight. So check out Bacc Talk. $35 of the 75 continues to be McCann and McCann, as they're now holding a 6.8 second lead over David Trumley. You see there on your board. This is Tyler Bowers, and that's currently in the 5th position. Now Jim Dunham back to Tyler Bowers. This is about 7 seconds behind the race leader. Neil Quick in the 14th spot. Being shown a lap down. So is now Ryan Shelton. His pit stops are starting to move. Hunt down. Brazo down. McCann down. It's going to move Mr. Trumbley into the top spot if he stays out. Currently in the top spot is the Cobra 96 Ford Mustang. Right, Kevin McCann looking to get his lap back, takes it the hard way underneath race leader 96 of Trumley. 6-second lead over Mr. Bisnett. If you're just joining us now on any of the One to Go Studios streaming platforms, welcome and let us know who you're rooting for tonight. Trumley now coming down pit lane for his service. Put Mr. Bisnett into the race lead. So new leader. Followed by that 57 of Bowers. He might be trying to make his claim to the top spot. See how long these guys can continue to move under green flag conditions if I were to come down. 57 challenging on the high side. This will be for the race lead. Looks like Tyler Bowers is going to edge him at the line to take over that top spot and lead his first lap. Ooh, coming off that corner. Hot in the 57, and he slides it, keeps it going. All right, Kathy Joe, grab me a soda on your way back. Now Bowers in the race lead, business behind him. We're working 43 laps here on this fuel cell and tires. Right now they're running 32.7s. Race the first guy who has new tires, Brian McCann, running a 31.379, so 1.5 seconds the difference. So can they keep this going? Oh, somebody's parked down on the inside there. Luke Desjardins there didn't quite make it on the pit lane. Now he's out, and the caution flag has been thrown. Let's see if we can find some things that might have happened. Oh, wow, 90 goes through the grass, up into the wall. There's a couple spins there, and down the racetrack. Ooh, and he gets tagged again, and that's going to bring out tonight's first caution. First caution out at lap 45, or actually lap 40. I believe it's 44 here. And the pace car is picking up the field on the 45th lap. Those drivers have not pitted yet. Tyler Bowers, Bisnet, Jim Dunham, Robert Trask are all going to probably drop down this time. And that'll put McCain, Shelton, and McCain, Neil Quick all in the driver's seat here. See if there's anybody in front of the number 3 ride, as they're going to come down again too. So everybody coming down looks like they're going to help people get back on the lead lap. So Trumley, I believe, giving the wave around for being the first car a lap down. The Luke Desjardins going to put himself in the position for a free pass. Would be Rule, Bob Burlow, Les Bentz, like Greg Raju, and maybe Shaner. Yeah, they're all in position except for Mr. Cochran to get wave arounds, and that'll put 17 cars back on the lead lap. Andy Shaner will be a lap down after all said and done. So getting through pit stops and reshuffling for this latest caution flag. We'll get back to green flag racing in a little bit. Again, fans, check out Bacc Talk anywhere you get your podcasts. We did a thing, Bacc Talk. As you see the crazy things going on the logo there, you check those guys out and hear them live. Well, not live, recorded live, and for your listening entertainment. As I was saying earlier, this is the last of this round. It will be going to the round of 8 after tonight. Heading into next week's race at Vegas, followed by a week off for Memorial Day, and then Michigan, where they'll be reset to Final Four and hit Indianapolis on June the 12th to end the season. So some of these drivers, they're going to get it's going to be one to go here, I believe. Yep, one to go has been signaled, so everybody in front of Tyler Bowers will be waved around. Get back to green flag racing will be just shy of 50 laps, so we'll have 26 to go. Oh, big wreck on the restart. Caution flies. That inside line. Man, we'll have to check that out again. That was definitely a big checkup on the start. Trying to see who that was there. We can back it up. We go on our replay here. Like Jim Dunham would be the car that we're looking at here. Our far chase view. We have the number 28. So we continue to back that up. So it looks like he spins the tires going back to green. We keep an eye on the number 28. And you'll see the car lurch in and go up here. Everybody does a pretty good job avoiding the car until we get to 7 there. I believe the 7 is Andy Shaner. He's not doing too good today. I've been running into some stuff. But difficult track sometimes, Atlanta. But really easy to spin your tires on the hot pavement that we have here. So we're going to try to stack it up and restart again. All right, so getting close to the 20 lap to go mark. So go time. Looks like everybody should be good on fuel. But as far as spare cars, Ryan Shelton in the 3rd spot has one. Robert Trask in the 17, he has one available. Jay Dunham, Mr. Hunt, Jim Downham, and Bob Burlow and Les Bentz all still have a car. Everybody else has used them up here. And both the McCann, I believe both McCanns have used theirs as well. All right. Waiting for the 1 to go signal from the pace car. We should be getting that this time, which means we'll be 21 laps remaining as we go back to green flag conditions. Caleb Elzig, one of our Friday night triple threat drivers. For some reason he thinks I don't like him. I don't understand. I like all my drivers equally. Just ask my kids. Oh, Mr. Bauer is going to be the control car as we're coming the back stretch here at Atlanta. We'll be working lap 55 when we go green, 21 to go. Everybody should have fuel tires to the end. 7 laps are on the Tires for the leaders. Go back to Jay Dunham's 13, Mr. Hunt's 17 laps, and Les Ben's 24. Got it. Cush is still in West Virginia, so he'll be coming back tomorrow. And he'll be back in time for the single race of the week with the area all-star races. We're back under green flag here for the Bacc Talk. TDR Gas and Go at Atlanta, the Hotlanta 75. And Kathy Joe shouting out to the driver she watches on Friday nights. So you're looking for a different type of look. We got the area iRacing All-Stars going to be showing up on Tuesday night. We're going to head to, I believe the track was Atlanta, and the ARCA car was selected. We'll have the open at 8 o'clock. I believe the 100-lap race will start at 9, and that is on the Area iRacing Twitch channel. As we see a contention for the pass for the lead here, the number 99 of Mr. Shelton, down low underneath the 57 of Bowers. Bowers still battling on the high side, really close to that wall, but it looks like the 99 has he slides up, and he ends up starting to pace away. Behind him now is Kevin McCann, who was the fastest on the racetrack, 31:098. As we're coming to the final 20 laps here, we're at 18 to go. So Shelton's starting to stretch a lead, 0.3 over Kevin McCann. Brian McCann now the fastest, 31:053. So speeds are picking up here at the back half of the Hotlanta 75 for TDR Gas and Go, sponsored by Bacc Talk. Things heating up here. See a 4-car battle for the top spot, all within 0.6, first to fourth. And then you back up to Brian McCann, now about 1.1 behind the race leaders, and Bisnet and Trumley with him. Well, 4-pack followed by a 3-pack for the top 7. Only playoff driver in the top 4, Brian Shelton. Brian McCann now has gotten within with Quick, bringing us now to a 7-car front group. And we have about a 2-second gap between Trumley and Trask. Coming in the line, we'll have 15 laps to go as the front 2 are starting to pace the rest of the field. About 0.4 between McCann and Bowers now. 15 laps to go. Shelton continues to lead the way. Kevin McCann with him. Bowers now trying to find something on the low side to see if he can get back up with the race leaders again. Comes up, slides across the track, blocks heavy to Neil Quick. So Neil Quick down low, Bowers high, coming off turn 4. Bowers, Quick currently has the 3rd spot. Bowers not letting him get away. McCann looking to go low underneath Shelton. Can he make it stick on the low side coming off a 2? In the wall is the 99, giving Kevin now the momentum. 33 under for the lead. Side-by-side battle, 3 and 4. McCann inside, outside Shelton. Drag race to the strike. Give it to the 99 on the outside line. Door to door entering 1. Kathy Joey said it's time to go crazy. Give it all she's got. The pick. Oh, door to door there. The 99 to 33. The 99 cut down for the 57 as contact was made with Kevin McCann. We're now caution out. We were watching as it was happening. Kathy Joe made the call. Get you that replay. Watching the 99 to 33. They'll make contact ever so close right here. Turn 1 and 2. Low line, high side coming off the corner. The 33 comes up. The 99 gets into the wall. It looks like they didn't even touch. See if I can get a better angle of that, but I did not see contact. It looked like there was. Could have been a net code. Because there looks like daylight between the 33 and the 99. So we see here the 99, 33 is sliding up. And it looks like either the driver made a turn to the right and hit, because there is definitely, look at all that gappage right between the two. So either that was net code or driver induced. Not sure. We'll see what the race controllers say as we're going to look at pits coming up. O'Neill quick inherits the lead at that. And we're under 10 laps to go now. I did hear that this car is very susceptible to what is known as net code. That is where the computer predicts contact before the contact happens. And you see the cars ping pong off each other without actually making contact. Kind of like think about a bubble or a force field around the cars where those two things touch. And looks like they made contact car to car. So they said they had fixed a lot of that, but that was really bad if that was net code. So in the top 5, 3 cars with the car left, Trask, Hunt, and Jay Downham. Well, caution continues to be waved here. Wait for the pace car to turn those lights out. Currently the backstretch working lap number 66 of the 75. Under the 10 to go now. So current leader is Neil Quick, followed by David Trumley, Robert Trask, and then Brian Hunt and Jay Downham. In your top 5. Neil Quick, David Trumley, Robert Trask, Bradley Hunt. Sorry, I kept saying Brian. Jay Downham. So for the Back Talk TDR Gas and Go series, we're finished lap 66. So right now 9 to go. Pace car lights are out, so we'll have 8 to go when we go back to green flags. All right, cars getting ready, double filed. 8 laps to go. Nick Quick, control car, the number 2. Outside him, playoff contender David Trumley in the Mustang. And Mr. Trask, a 17, not a playoff driver. And Bradley Hunt in the 69. So top 5, 2 playoff drivers. Then you got to get back to 7th with Brian McCann and Andrew Bisnett, Dustin and Ryan Shelton to round out the top 10. Those last 4 drivers also looking for spots to advance to the round of 8. Green flag in the air as we're back under racing. Completed lap 67. So 8 laps to go with the number 2 taking the high side. McCann flying down on that low line, trying to make up all that ground. Moves up to the 2nd spot on the restart. So Quick and Kevin McCann, your top 2, followed by Trumley, Hunt, McCann, and Shelton, all playoff contending drivers. And Quick is basically pushing away here, 2/10 over Kevin McCann. And McCann that time closed within a car length or so in the corner entry, now gobbling him up on the backstretch. 33 looking for a way to get around on the inside. I think a car off pace on the backstretch. McCann, Kevin, within 1.5 car lengths of the leader, the number 2 car, now within less than a car length as we enter into turn number 1. Completing the 69th lap, 6 to go. Kevin McCann, fastest of the race, 31.052. He takes the low line. The 2 takes the high side. 2 into the wall. McCann in the 33. Now his position on the inside on the backstretch. Give the new leader, Kevin McCann. 2 not going to let him go. Tries to cross up. Doesn't work. 2 to the outside. Now 2 car lengths behind. Kevin McCann to the line. 5 laps to go. Race leader now 3/10 ahead of Quick. Then we got back to brother Brian McCann, 8/10 back. So 5 laps to go. Backstretch single file racing all the way back to 7th. Kevin McCann posts the next now Ryan Shelton, the fastest, 31.036. Can Shelton get up there? Shelton back 1.1 from the race leader with 4 laps to go. Almost a little bit over a 31 flat for both Kevin McCann and Ryan Shelton. That last 31.135 for Shelton, 31.064 for Kevin McCann. McCann starting to work the rest of the field a second lead as Brian McCann takes over the 2nd spot, bringing Ryan Shelton with him, putting Neil Quick back to 4th. .2 seconds now the lead with 2 laps to go. 33 in command of this. Looking for the white flag to finish this out. 6 turns to go for Kevin McCann. Coming off of turn number 4, the white flag in the air. Kevin McCann crosses the line. 1 lap to go, presented by One to Go Studios. So we're on our final lap, the 33 of Kevin McCann, your race leader by 1.2 seconds as we're coming around to the backstretch. Final 2 corners for Kevin McCann, turning 3, turning 4 now. Checker flag in the hand of the flagman, and he's giving it to Kevin McCann tonight, followed by Brian McCann, Ryan Shelton, Neil Quick, and Tyler Bowers. as we finish up here for the Hotlanta 75 for Tyler Daniel Racing Gas and Go, presented by Bacc, as we get the flag being waved for the remainder of the group here as they're coming through here. So tonight's winner, Kevin McCann, as he gets his burnouts in. Hey, we got Dustin in the booth. Dustin's my special helper. He brings me all the drivers to talk. He gets to chase them down.
Yeah, it's always a fun time.
Yeah. All right, Dustin. So, hey, let's tell us a little bit about your night. I mean, we saw your playoff contender. Do you have the points set for the round of 8, or are we still waiting for that calculation?
We'll wait. We'll have to wait a little bit for that calculation. iRacing's got to add all that up. My race was going good until that last caution. Put new tires on. Some people stayed out. Got loose for the first time the whole race, like everybody else was, and hit the wall. So I just kind of limped her home in 13th.
All right. Well, it seemed like you guys were going to go the distance green, and then we had those quick few cautions repeatedly. So, and then that one start we had a car looked like he spun the tires, turned up into traffic, so that didn't help out much. But yeah.
No, that didn't help out too much. We were I was hoping for the long green flag run as well, because I pitted a little bit early, about halfway, and it was a fun race though. I mean, Atlanta's always a fun track. I honestly can't wait for the new one and run another super speedway version of it.
We'll agree to disagree. I like the track the way it is. I like the track the way it is. I don't need another super speedway. There's enough already.
Right. I tend to agree, but I'm excited to try the new layout just to see what it's like. But the old layout's still fun.
Go jump on iRacing Super Speedway if you want another fast track.
Right, there you go.
All right, so let's see if we get a hold of Kevin, our race winner tonight.
Kevin does not have his mic on.
Okay. Well, we'll just talk about him then. There it is, a 33 Spartan car. He wins tonight. Okay, moving on. How about Brian?
No, he raced a good race. And Brian is not in Discord as well. Does have his mic on as well.
All right, well, we got Ryan Shelton as our third place car. So we'll just jump on down to third and make it an easy night. How about that?
All right, we'll grab Ryan. Hey, Ryan, this is Dustin in the booth. You got to read on me, bud?
I got you loud and clear.
Hey, Ryan, it's Harold, Wendigo Studios. Man, you bring your car tonight home third. You stayed up in the top 3 pretty much the whole night. I mean, a really good playoff run for you. Did you pick the Darlington Coke? Is that what you thought was going to bring you the luck tonight, or is that what you're trying to get the round of 8 with?
No, it's just I forgot to change my paint scheme back after last week.
You could have said, yeah, we thought it was a great paint scheme, wanted to run with it. You could have went with that.
Well, I mean, it is a good scheme. Being an Earnhardt and a Suarez fan, it works out great. So it was good tonight. I think we had the fastest long runs car. Kevin was definitely the fastest short run. But overall, it was a pretty good race. And made that mistake at the before the last caution, running into the wall and causing that last one. But I mean, I was just trying to keep ahead of Kevin because I knew I had a faster car on the long run because I knew he was running his tires out a lot quicker than mine. But just how the cards fall today.
So that, I mean, we went and looked at it again, and I wasn't sure if it was net code or you ran out of track. You thought you might have had something on the outside. So is that what happened? That the wall kind of got up there with you?
Yeah, I ran out of skill. I got loose. I got loose and I hit the wall. And once I hit the wall once, I tried to keep it out because we were in a pack of, I don't even know, 10 cars right there. So I tried to keep it out of everybody's way and leave it on the wall, and it bounced one good time, and I took somebody out with me, and sucks, but we got fast repairs for a reason.
Yep. All right, man. Who you want to thank for your third place finish? And I'm just gonna. I mean, I think that would probably put you in the round of 8. But round of 8, we start next week at. I had it Vegas. So we'll be going to Vegas next.
Yeah, having a second place last week and a third place this week has helped out. But no, I don't have any sponsors. Just out here running, having fun with the guys here at TDR. Great place to run.
All right. So what do you think? What are you going to take from tonight going into the round of 8 in Vegas?
Hopefully some more skill. No, just try to. I'm really focused on Indianapolis because I'm pretty sure I can get to the round of 8 or round of 4, and the final race is all at Indianapolis. So that's really the biggest. What I'm looking forward to is trying to get there and really focus on being really good there. Brian's really fast. I was going to make sure to do whatever I can to keep Brian from being out of the round of 4. So.
All right, then.
If I can win, that'd be great.
All right, Brian. Ryan. Sorry, Brian.
Yep.
Sorry about that. We'll catch you next week at Vegas then.
Absolutely.
Have a good one, Ryan.
You too.
All right. So since we're out of drivers that are in Discord or with microphones, we can go over tonight's race results. So for the Hotlanta 75, for Bacc Talk sponsored TDR Gas and Go, Kevin McCann wins with Brian McCann behind him. So kind of a little bit like today, wasn't it? Wasn't it Bush and Bush tonight? No, it was Bush, then Larson, then Bush. So close.
Yep.
so McCann, Shelton, Quick, Bowers, Andrew Bisnet, David Trumley, Jim Downham, Robert Trask, and Bradley Hunt, the top 10. And going on to the back half here, Jay Downham, Bob Burlow, and Dustin got 13th, but you're still on the lead lap. That's important, right?
Right, that is important.
And Thomas Rule 1 lap down with Les Benz. Greg was 2 laps down. Luke DeJarden 16. Andy Shaner was 26, and then Robert Cochran 33 back. Yeah, running any of these leagues, as a driver in some of the leagues that I've been in, always want to finish on a lead lap, and I call that that's like the first level of win, and then top 10 is the next level, and then top 5, and of course winning. So kind of like tears of happiness, as my wife says. I could take happiness out of some things, but sometimes I want more than what I got. But it's always disheartening when you think you got a good car, and then when you do something that kind of spoils that. It's not fun. I don't like it, I'm sure. But hey, so what are you guys looking forward to next week for Vegas? I mean, other than the round of 8.
Just the round of 8. Vegas is always a fun track. There'll be some gambling going on there, but it's just staying on these 1.5 miles now. For a little bit, we'll be all right. I mean, I think we're all comfortable on them, and I was kind of shocked on how many cautions we had tonight. It's usually a clean race and all that once we get separated, but it should be a fun night next week in Vegas for sure.
All right, Dustin, thanks for jumping into the booth.
I do have the updated points if you want them.
Go right ahead. And so Dustin is going to give us fresh off the printing press, that is, the top 8 going into next week.
So going into next week for the round of 8, we'll have Brian McCann, Ryan Shelton, Andrew Bisnet, Jim Downham, Tom Rule, Greg Brazo, David Trumley, and myself, Dustin Valdusen.
All right. So that's your 8 going forward. So the next is this format win to get in, or is it just based on total points over the next 2 races?
What we'll do is those top 8 will get like an extra 100 points, just separate them from the field, and we're all even. So it's not win to get in. You basically got to race both races to be in the top 4 at the end of the.
Okay, so it's points accumulated over the next 2 races, basically.
Correct.
Okay, to advance to the final 4. And now the final 4 is like everybody's even again, and it's whoever wins that race, right? Or whoever is the top in the 4 people, right? First one of the 4.
I believe that's what Andy is doing. I guess I haven't really covered that with him up the championship. He always has something up his sleeve. So, but I'm pretty about 99% sure that's how that works.
He's just gonna mess with us, isn't he? He's just gonna throw it at us and say, "No, we're gonna invert the field." And
no, I'm pretty sure that's how it'll end up working. But that's how the whole playoff has worked. So like I said, I'm about 99% sure that's how the Final Four would work for that one race.
All right, Dustin, you got anything else to tell the audience before we get gone?
Just thanks for watching, everyone. Hope everyone enjoyed the show, and see you next week in Vegas.
All right, for Harold Darner, the executive producer of One to Go Studios, for Bacc Talk sponsor TDR Gas and Go, we'll see you guys at the next.
What an exciting race brought to you by One to Go Studios. Here they come out of turn 4 to the white flag, and it's 1 to go. Thank you to all our sponsors, drivers, and viewers. We'll see you at the next turn.